Hello and welcome to the Friday stream where we're trying to bring y'all some educational content, and of course with me is the wonderful Remix. Am I going the right way? No, that way. Remix of course is better known as the announcer guy for those of you in the community, and he's still relatively new to the game, so we're going to be going through some very initial steps for all of you people who are maybe just now also joining into the game. But Remix, you wanna say hello?
Welcome to Friday Dev Stream. How's that?
That was great. Yeah.
Right, cool.
You got to make sure, like, when we say you're the announcer guy, we got to make sure that they know that you actually are, and we're not just like putting a face there and being like, he's the fake one.
Right. Last week I saw tons of requests to say character names, and I don't have time to get through all of them.
No.
But maybe one day, maybe that'll be the stream one day.
Yeah, we'll just spend an hour.
Each one, right? And people going, oh yeah, that's it. That's the sound I've heard.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least something similar. But before we get into what the topic of today is, which I'm very excited to get into, we do have to do some general housekeeping. Of course, those of you who have been following Brawlhalla, following the esports scene, or maybe just watching our dev streams in general, are aware that Winter Championship is going on. Of course, we had Winter Championship Europe last weekend, and then this weekend of course we've got Southeast Asia and Australia later in today or tonight, depending on what your time zone is, and then into the weekend is South America. Of course, we have this fancy graphic. You can find out all those times in your time zone over at brawlhalla.com/schedule, and of course you can also find out more at smash.gg/brawlhalla if you're still looking to sign up for you North Americans out there, because North America is the following weekend after this upcoming one. Just want to get that housekeeping out of the way. Cool. All right. So are you ready, Remix?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So we talked a little bit, you and I, right before the stream about last time we were here, you were suggested to play Bodvar because he's kind of a good all-around middle character. But you were saying right before stream that you weren't quite feeling the Bodvar. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the sword, I was good with that, but I'm like, he's all about the hammer, and yeah, getting those hammer hits to land, it was a little bit challenging. But first, I was just working on movement, getting the dashes and stuff down. That was massively helpful for someone starting out. I was like, okay, this feels a lot better. So I was having fun with it.
Yeah, what you were saying before stream, that was really interesting to me. So this is actually a question that gets asked a lot, and I guess this is a spot where, one, you taught me something that I have never thought of before, and two, something that maybe other people who are getting into the game might want to learn from is you were talking about the way that you practiced learning your movement. Like we showed you, hey, press the shift button to do your dashes. Hey, learn how to do a dash jump, things like that. And usually I tell people, go into training mode and just like go do it. Just like if you want to learn how to run, just start moving your feet and figure it out, and then see how your body works, and then just keep running. Whereas you took it a different direction. You went into tournament mode. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Right. I went into tournament mode and chose Bodvar again, but what I would do is just run around and stay away from everybody, practice staying away and not getting hit, letting them all run their stocks down to 1, and then go in and wipe up. And I will say I did not always win, even with that method, but my goal was to just practice the movement, dodges, and then hit and do chase dodges and stuff like that. And that was a good way, to simulate live combat.
Yeah, that was super interesting. Like the idea of instead of playing dodgeball in an empty courtyard, is that you're playing it with 3 bots, essentially, just 3 things going around swinging at themselves and you, and you're trying to duck, dive, and dip and dodge all of that. That was really interesting to hear. Right. All right, so let's get into this. You're gonna pick a character today. So what we have right now set up is we have a strikeout lobby. The reason I chose strikeout is because the way that strikeout works is you each of your stocks is a different legend. So each of your stocks, you can pick a bunch of different legends, and each of your stocks will be a different one. So when your first one gets knocked out, you're gonna come in with a different character. And the reason I'm doing this is so that you kind of get more time to just practice a bunch of different things in a very small amount of time. So you said you like the Bodvar, which I heard. I'm going to ask you to try Bodvar again, just like have that one be your starter character, just kind of like as your entry point. And then for now, I want to keep with the sword. So let's try bringing in the Hattori. That's another good kind of starter character. Sword and spear are both good, just all around, can't go wrong. And Hattori's got relatively middling stats. Like she does have a lot of movement speed, but a lot of people feel like that high movement speed just feels good. So I'm gonna ask you to have that as your second character. And then we're gonna get you, I'm gonna give you something a little bit different for your third one. And we're gonna go with Ragnir as your third one. This is another kind of middle stat character, but we're gonna try out two completely different weapons. And just, if you get to that Ragnir, we'll just see how you feel on it more so than anything else, okay?
All right.
And then my characters don't matter because I'm not going to be playing. I'm just going to get in there. I'm going to let you play against this medium bot and just kind of see how these things feel, because we want to try to narrow down, you know, like if you play the Hattori and suddenly you're like, you know what, I actually really like spear, and maybe I'm not feeling sword so much. We'll try some other spear characters. Or if we go into the Ragnir and you're like, wow, I really like katars, I really like axe, then, you know, we'll go lean into that some more. Okay, so let me get out of here. Do you remember those combos that I had showed you the other time?
I would. That's what I said with hammer. I was having difficulty, but yeah, oops, stomp them and then jump up and do the down. Probably what he just did. But... Oops.
So chat, while I let Remix get comfortable with these different legends and just kind of play around against a bot, I'll kind of go over what exactly is going on right now. So again, Remix, he does a lot of the sound design, but what you'll find a lot, and this is just a general thing, is that oftentimes us working behind the scenes don't have a lot of time to just like straight up put our hands on the game and play it. Like last week was the first time Remix had ever been in a custom lobby. So we're starting from essentially bare bones. Like he probably could tell you all the ways that things sound the way that they sound and whatnot, and how to make that bear sound even more epic if he wanted to. But he doesn't know what a downlight Sarah is off the top of his head. So, you know, it's a very different beast. And that's kind of why we're starting with him for this new one. And we're trying to get him warmed up to play alongside Cirrus in potential 2s. And so we're letting him try out some legends to see what legend is going to stick. Because those of you who have been following Cirrus's journey knows that he's a random main. And as much as I love me some randoms, I think it's good to maybe get a feel for a bunch of different stuff. I love that you're practicing all this movement stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I did, just getting around. I mean, bots are easy because they kind of stand there and go, hey, you just passed me.
Just let it happen.
But yeah, so after I would practice for a bit, then I'd jump in a free for all and go see how I did. But come on.
Do you want me to, so there's a couple of different things. If you're saying that this bot is too easy, we can actually increase the bot difficulty in a couple of different ways. We can turn on the test features for the bot, so they'll be a little bit more reactive. Or another option is just literally increasing the difficulty, because there's still like 3 more tiers of difficulty it can go up.
I'm not destroying him.
Well, I'm just saying if you wanted a little bit more of a challenge. I definitely still want to keep you on bots as opposed to like I was tempted to throw you straight into ranked and just kind of see where you land, but I didn't think that would be the best initial experience.
Nah.
It's super interesting. Some of the options you go with. So like 9 times out of 10, somebody who has never played the game before, the first thing they do is sidelight. That's like the initial direction that they think of is just like, I'm gonna push at the opponent and press the light attack button.
Right.
And it's interesting that you're like already jumping to downlights. You're like going for these recoveries afterwards. Definitely quite a few signatures, but that's to be expected from someone starting as well.
Oop.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's totally fine. Again, you're still getting a feel for everything. All right. So these are gonna be two completely different weapons, and
Right.
well, the bot might just destroy itself. Oh no, you're good.
And I did notice versus the cannon and like greatsword, I had a lot of problems with players.
Oh, like in your free for alls?
Yeah, it just was like, man, they just destroyed me every time.
That's okay. Some of that's just going to be matchup knowledge.
Right.
All right. So how did you feel? Were there anything? I don't feel like you got a lot of Ragnar time, but how did you feel with the Hattori spear?
Hattori felt good.
Yeah. Do you want to try?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do this because I think you had too easy of a time with Bodvar. I'm going to increase the bot difficulty for you, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Let's start off with the Ragnar this time. Keep the Hattori on second, and then.
So in that, how do I clear the?
Just like the
just start
deselect
over.
button. So it's like the back button. For me, that's I think L or K.
Oops. I'm actually using my mouse to try to do it. I would have thought I could like click the character, but
Yeah. So just press L.
yeah, L is my shift.
Oh, L's. Well, no, it should still be fine. Yep. L.
is like
Press it a couple more times.
Weird. Oh, I see. Gotcha.
There you go.
Hooray! I did it.
It's okay.
Again.
Yeah.
Mastering the UI.
Yeah.
is a part of it all. All right. Who'd you say I should start with?
All right. So this time we're gonna start with the Ragnar,
All right. Ragnar.
and then we're gonna go into the Hattori, and then I think we're gonna try a different sword character this time, and we'll go with the Koji.
All right.
And Koji is another one that's kind of odd. So Koji and Hattori are on this list, despite the fact that they're 8 stats, which I guess I can talk about stats a little bit because I didn't touch it too aggressively last time. But the reason why I think Koji's fine is when you take out of, when you put into the defense stance, it takes out a dex, which kind of middles it out. So once you get into stances, then some of these more fringe characters become viable. But the short with stats is like, there's 4 basic stats. There's strength, dexterity, defense, and movement speed. And so strength is how hard you hit. So high strength characters do more damage with the same moves, right? Again, like you share weapons. So like Taros is going to hit with an axe neutralite harder than Bryn's going to hit, against the same defense legend. Defense is essentially the opposite. It's how much damage you take. So higher defense legends are going to take less damage. So, of course, like, Olgrim is going to take less damage from an axe neutralite than Koji is. Dexterity is how safe a move is. It's kind of a very complex stat, but the short is higher dexterity characters have less recovery frames, which means that they're stuck in that move for a shorter amount of time. And then movement speed is just how quickly your character moves horizontally. It doesn't affect jump speed, but it's just how quickly you move.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're going to get into another one. Again, the bot's going to be slightly harder. Mostly because I want you to actually kind of try against the bot as opposed to just be like, oh, I'm hitting downlight. I'm just running all over the bot. So the goal right now is I want to get Remix to find out a weapon or a character that he likes, and then we'll kind of go in that direction. And then once he finds something that he seems interested in, then we'll try to develop that more and give him some combos with that character. So that's the goal right now. Is we're playing these strikeouts to just like give him a taste, give him a sampling of a bunch of different weapons with some middle of the road stat legends. So he's not like going in there and being like, Zol is my experience with Axe and expecting that on all of the Axe legends and things like that. Remix is already a legend. He's definitely iconic for the game.
Right now, it's what I say, not what I do.
Yeah, we're trying to get you to be both.
That's right.
That way, when you beat someone, you can give them the ultimate Brawlhalla announcer smack talk.
Right. They won't. They may not hear me, of course, but
No,
they'll
but
know I'm doing it.
yeah, exactly. It'll be for you, and maybe for me if we do it on stream.
Okay. Ugh. Just gonna run into your fist. Yeah, not knowing what the moves are gonna do. Because I know some of them go up and at an angle for the SIGs.
Mm-hmm.
So
a good rule of thumb, it's not universally true, but a good rule of thumb is neutral SIGs or like, you know, up SIGs, pressing up in the heavy button. It's generally going to have some sort of vertical component. It's generally going to be something to hit something in the air. And then conversely, like side SIGs, which are your, you know, your horizontal component. That's your, I guess, because again, you come from an FPS background. That's like your strafe heavy button.
Right.
It's going to be generally horizontal to some degree or another. Down SIG's the weird one. That's the one where it's like, hey, maybe they'll do some backstep, maybe they'll teleport, maybe they'll go into another dimension, who knows. But that's just a good rule of thumb, is like, if you want to hit someone who's up and you're trying to hit them with the heavy button, go for the neutral SIG. Okay, what I'm seeing is I definitely need to go over the sword combos, and I think I'm gonna have to give you homework.
Yeah,
on those.
Homework is good.
All right, this one I want to see you lean into the bow a little bit more if you can. So like throw away the sword and get a weapon spawn. And we'll just see how you're feeling with this.
Oops.
You're all right. You're all right.
Dang it.
Okay. Yo, this is winnable. I believe in you, Remix.
Yeah. If I can stop from throwing my weapons away here. I was used to, you know, equip on light attack, so it took a little bit to get used to not doing that.
I'm rooting for you so hard against this bot. Like, I'm getting quiet because I'm nervous, but I know there's literally nothing on the line besides ego, but it just, I want to see you succeed.
Ow.
Nice. All right, you did it. You beat a bot. All right, so how did any of those weapons feel? Did any stand out to you as like, wow, that one started, I liked where that felt. That one kind of started having a cool flow or anything like that?
The bow, if yeah, I felt good with the bow with gyro, I think.
Okay. Did you still like the sword? Or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Sword.
Let's stick with the Koji then. Okay. Then we're gonna make this a stock. We're gonna kick out the bot, and I'm gonna teach you some stuff with the Koji. Where the heck is stock? There it is. Just gonna up these lives, turn down the match, or up the match time. You didn't have to leave the lobby, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, did I leave? I didn't leave it out.
You're not. There you are.
There.
Yeah. So I'm just I have a second controller here. That's gonna be our bot, so that we don't, so it's not running around or anything like that. Just so you know.
All right.
Okay. Here, let me actually take off the skin, make myself look less fancy, so it's less confusing. Okay.
And I usually make myself gold no matter what I'm doing, just so I can keep track of who I am.
Oh no, it's okay. Well, it doesn't matter. Normally I set it to 1v1 maps, so you're used to normal maps. Okay, so first thing I want to do is go over some basic sword stuff again, because I saw you struggling with downlight side air. I saw you like thinking about it, but you're just kind of struggling with it. And this is going to be your homework for sure, is to just practice doing downlight side air. But the other thing I want you to do more than that is I saw very, very little sword neutral light. And sword neutral light is like iconic sword. Yeah, just doing that is like so good for sword. It's one of the fastest moves in the game. So just a big thing to note about it is like it also hits stacked as well. You see that? So it's going to be a really good tool of just like, oh, something's coming at me. Oh, my opponent is going to be right next to me. Just do the neutral light. Just get them off you. And also it's just good damage. Of course, you're going to be able to like, follow up off of it, right? So that's all stuff that you want to like get in the habit of doing. So what I want you to practice with that, because one thing that people who play like sword and spear, who are like really, really new to the game, struggle with is like walking and then doing a neutral light. So I want you to do, yeah, exactly. Do a dash and then a neutral light, because that's going to be very different than just standing still and just pressing the light attack button. So you can just take the middle stage, and I just want to see you practice like doing like 3 dash neutral lights. So those are all side lights.
Oh,
there you go. There you go. There you go. All right, cool. Yeah, so that's your next step of your movement, right? Is like you've practiced dashing around, you got your dash jumps, whatever, right? You got all this movement. Now you need to bring in some other things to it. Like, why are you moving if you're not going to try to hit them? So,
right.
Practice your dash neutral lights. That's going to be your first part of the homework. And then let me get Bodvar over here. Okay, so now of course we're going to practice the downlight side airs again. So if you remember, downlight, it's this low sweep, right? So you're down and then your light attack button, and then you do an immediate jump side air, and you want to press these 3 buttons at the same time. So you can even just practice this right now, is doing a rising side air versus like, there you go. So you want to just get in the habit of practicing that as well. And this is just a good, like, honestly, this is a neutral tool. This is like you're playing and this person keeps jumping in at you, just kind of do some of these. All right, but when you're ready, I want you to, let me put Bodvar over there. Practice a downlight side air on him, and I'll just hold the controller, so if you knock him off, I can bring him back.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just need to be a little bit faster with that.
Yeah, I was practicing this, and I was like, what is up with the timing on it? Sometimes they were where I would expect them, sometimes they were not.
Yeah. So this is one thing that you'll probably want to take into training mode, and if you remember those settings I was talking about last time, is turning on like
position.
Yeah, all that stuff.
So yeah, just being faster on it, up in the air. Oops.
And then of course, yeah, practicing hitting that downlight as a whole. There you go. That was a good one. And what's nice about downlight side air is it's not one that you're gonna have to think about a lot. Like it's not one that you bring in at a later health point or anything like that, or bring in at an earlier health point. It's just like one that you can do all around, and it's gonna be good for getting those knockouts. Oh dang, you're already getting ahead of me, Remix. These downlight downers.
Oh,
All right.
that's yeah.
All right, can you do one more downlight cider?
Sure, I am trying. So that was too late, right then?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So a good kind of if you're visualizing it right, if you're swinging above them, then you're going too late. If you're swinging below them, you're not jumping.
Okay.
Which is generally like, oh, I'm doing it too early, but it's also like you're probably just straight up not pressing the jump button, or your jump input is not getting read. Yeah. So that right there is you not jumping.
Right. And that's too late.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a way to get a feel for it. All right, can we try the down? Do you remember downlight recovery? Oh, you almost.
But
had
I
it.
gotta be. I did.
You got to yeah, there you go. All right.
Under them. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have to move into them with the downlight recovery. Okay. So you've got some sword stuff. Again, I'm just giving you some basic tools so that if you went into like an experimental queue or a free for all or whatever, you're not just going in blind swinging. All right, now let's give you some let's give you some bow stuff. All right, bow stuff. All right, so you have the muscle memory of the downlight side air, sort of. This is gonna be kind of some similar stuff. All right, so you got downlight, you got your side light, you got your neutral light. This is the basic kit. Same combos though. You got downlight side air. Oh, that's one of them actually. Okay, so maybe this is a, I don't know how to simplify it because there's just so many options. All right, we're gonna go with the easiest one in my opinion. Downlight, neutral light.
Oops.
So just know with bow downlight, it reaches a lot further. Yeah. All right. So
Right.
you got downlight, neutral light. And that's gonna be one of the easiest ones. Gotta get over here. You're good. We're gonna give you another one. These are all damage build combos. Okay. So you got downlight, neutral light. Now we're gonna bring a jump into it. Whoopsies. There you go. Downlight, neutral, air. Okay. So it's the same kind of inputs. There you go. You need to be a little bit faster. I don't think you hit that. True.
Okay.
Oh, there's that downlight, neutral light.
It's neutral air after downlight.
Yeah, so you're gonna do a jump and then there you go. Exactly. Downlight, neutral, air.
Yeah.
All right.
Nair.
Yeah, nair. Hey, you're learning the vocab.
Look at me putting letters
So
together.
good. I know. We got to get you some macaroni art to put on the fridge. All right. Next one.
Macaroni.
All right. So now let's see. Okay, here's like the quintessential bow thing. All right. It's going to be side light, down light, neutral light. All right.
Side light, down light, neutral light. Side down, neutral.
You went for the Sayer, but that's honestly, you did that great. There's so many options out of downlight.
Downside, neutral.
No, side down, neutral.
Oh, side down.
Side. All right, might be 2 damage at this point. That's okay. So yeah, some of these things are only going to work at certain health ranges. That's why I start with like downlight, neutral light works at basically any health range. It's kind of inefficient if you're knocking out with it, but hey, if you're hitting it and you're not getting hurt, whatever. All right, let's get a side light, downlight, neutral light.
Side light.
Oh, you just missed the neutral.
Am I not moving forward enough with it?
I think as long as you're just like you're following it, and then you're just not pressing the neutral there. That's what's happening. All right. Might be 2 damage for side light, downlight, neutral light. So I'm gonna give you your knockout tool. Okay. So you know downlight, neutral air. and downlight neutral light. All right, so the next one is you're gonna let's rewind a little bit. Things to note about bow downlight. Okay, obviously it hits very, very far, but the big thing is depending on if you hit with the far end versus like the close end, you're gonna be able to do different things. So what you want to do is hit with the close end to go for the recovery. You see that?
Close end to go with the... All right.
Does that make sense?
When you're closer,
Yeah.
and what was this again? Down and then recovery.
Yeah. That's gonna be your knockout tool. So do some side light, down light, neutral lights on the bowed bar just to build up this damage. So keep practicing this, and then once he's in the red, that's when we're going for the down light recovery. And chat, yes, I know sidelight downlight isn't true, but honestly, he's probably going to hit this a lot in bronze silver elo. And it's just kind of giving him some basics to go with right now. All right, here, do it without hitting bowed bar. So do a sidelight.
Hey, I need him out of the way here.
Yeah.
Side, down.
Downlight. There you go. Okay, and then you just got to go through that a little bit smoother as you're hitting him. But the timing doesn't change as you hit them. There's some moves that have like on hit effects, right? So like for instance, hammer neutral light. If you don't hit it, it only does 2 kicks, where if you hit it, you get this extra kick afterwards. So when you're practicing hammer neutral light, then you're going to kind of get tripped up when you actually are hitting an opponent. Whereas with bow, doesn't matter. You can hit side light, down light, neutral light. It should be about the same feel, just practicing that over and over and just kind of getting that muscle memory in. Yeah. And then
I think I'm hitting the neutral too early, so it's not firing.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. I wasn't 100% sure. Okay. Do you want to try against bowed bar? Give you the opponent. All right. Oh. All right, he's 2 damage. Now you're going for the closer down light for the recovery. Now these 2 damage for side light, down light. Ooh, all right. You know what? That worked. It worked. That wasn't what I was asking for, but it worked.
If I don't get the professor what he's asking for, I will fail the class. It's the same. I have to show my work, right?
No, this is one of those classes where it's where the secret answer is to throw the test on the floor and say I'm not supporting the patriarchy.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. So practice side light, down light, neutral light again, and then let me know when you're ready to hit bowed bar with it.
And part of practicing is not just doing it from one direction.
Yeah, that's very good. It's funny because you're practicing most of yours to the left. Most people practice their combos left to right, and they end up not being able to do it right to left. It's generally something that you'll see in like 2D fighters more than like a platform fighter, but it's definitely something to keep in mind is that some people just straight up don't practice their combos right to left. Let me double check time. All right, we're at 1:33.
I'm getting worse at this.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for him?
Yes.
Oh,
why am I not moving forward from that?
Hit. You're not doing the downlight. I think you're getting eager once you start hitting. So just do it super slow. There you go, and then do the neutral light. That's the last part. All right, let's rewind a little bit. All right, I think maybe I'm getting too ahead. You were looking so good, I got eager. Okay, let's just stick to downlight, neutral light. There's classic downlight, neutral light. There you go. All right. One more time. Oh.
See, from left to right.
There you go. Downlight, neutral light. All right. Real quick, downlight recovery. Now that he's in this kill percent. Nope.
Mm-hmm. I'm too close.
Yeah.
Which time?
You're actually waiting a really long time before you do your downlight.
Okay.
Like you're turning around, walking, and then you're doing it as opposed to just doing it on the turnaround. And then okay, so for the recovery, you want to jump with it. So
Okay.
this is that same thing as like the jumping Sayer, right? You're like pressing 3 buttons at once, but this time you're pressing the heavy button and you're just pressing side still. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't doing the jump.
Yeah, I just realized that was the reason why. Okay.
Recovery means in the air.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But to be fair, right, going back, your sword one, you don't have to jump because the sword downlight pops you up.
Right.
The bow downlight does not pop you up, which is why you need to do that jump for it.
Right.
So not 100% your fault. Definitely, I'd take some blame for not telling you to jump. All right. Do 3. I want. Whoopsies. Do 3 downlight neutralites in a row on Bodvar, any direction, and then we'll try to throw in the side light in front of it.
Oops. 3 downlight neutral lights.
Yeah. You got to get them in a row. All right. There's 1. There's 2. All right. There's 3. Now let's see if we can get a side light in front of it. Or do you want to do left to right?
In front of that?
Yeah. So do side light, downlight, neutral light.
Side light, downlight. Well, let me do this neutral light again. So that's the end. First, I need to do side.
We'll have to redo this one because time is coming. But there's something else on top of this. There's so much I want to like teach you, and I need to make sure I'm not overflowing.
Right.
You're doing great on the downlight neutral light, which is good because that's just a good bread and butter that you can't go wrong with.
Right.
We do need to add more with the side light, but there's also something that is just like kind of a core thing with you that I want to work on as well, just because I don't want you to get into this bad habit before it's too late. I forgot to change the maps, but it's fine. And yeah, chat, we usually stream for about an hour. So we go from 1 Eastern to 2 Eastern. Brawlhalla.com/schedule has that start time. Some people in chat are saying that you're going a little too quickly, but the big thing I want as like a core thing. So let me get a bow real quick. Okay, so one thing I'm seeing from you is like you're gonna walk over here and then you'll turn around and then you'll do the downlight, right? Like you see how much like just like walking there is right here.
Yes.
Whereas like I want you to practice like walking and then just doing a quick turnaround. Like just do it in the other your input in the other direction. And no dash on it.
And
So
downlight. Right.
remember, did you change your settings to have prioritize neutral? Let's start there.
Yes.
Okay. So if you press A and S at the same time, then that's a downlight, right? A and S and then J. Sorry, strafe left and back and then light attack. Yeah. So that's how you can do some really quick ones is doing that other direction. Yeah. You can definitely be faster, but I want you to get into the habit of that more so than like you were walking over here and then you were turning around and being like, okay, now I'm facing them. I can do my downlight.
Right.
Okay.
That's how I'm starting. That's part of my training, part of my practice.
Yeah. I just, my concern is that like, if you're long-term thinking in like terms of like, okay, now I'm looking at them, now I can attack, then it's going to be slower. All right. So do some downlight neutral lights again. This time, let's do left to right so you don't get too in the habit of doing right to left.
Sorry.
You're fine.
That was side. That was side.
You're good. All right. We got to get 3 in a row. Downlight, neutral light. You can do a downlight recovery if he's damaged enough. All right. Now, let's get you into the side light, downlight, neutral light. So just make sure you watch the side light happen and then do the downlight, neutral light. And then downlight, neutral light.
Right. Oops. Side down, dude. How about one for you?
So just go real slow with this. And then do a downlight.
I didn't realize, you know what? I didn't even realize that was what side does. If you land it, it actually sends the arrow after.
Yeah, yeah. It's still about the same timing though. Like it shouldn't change the feel of it too much. There you go.
So that's what I was thinking that was the downlight.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you don't connect, you just do that. you do. Okay, so that's part of the problem.
Okay. All right. He's damaged enough to do downlight recovery.
In the air.
All right, you're a little slow. That's why that happened, but that's fine. I think you're hitting too close. I'm not gonna lie. There you go. There you go.
All right.
Okay. Now you know how side light works a little better. All right. Oh, you were so close.
So close.
There you go. Okay, now just do that a little bit quicker. Yes.
Okay.
You're doing it. You're doing it.
Gotcha. Yeah,
One more time.
So on hit, sometimes different things happen. And
Yes.
yeah. Extra bits in there.
Yeah, my bad for mis-explaining that, because I'm always like, he still does the swing. He's not locked in place any longer. Okay.
Right.
All right. He's 2 damage for side light, downlight. So just do downlight recovery. Oh.
Oops.
And do downlight recovery again.
Am I too close?
Yeah, you're getting it pretty close.
Okay.
Use damage enough for that.
Yeah, getting used to the range.
Yeah, so that's going to be something that's tricky, and then something that I'm already seeing from you is so let's get Bodvar down here and I'll show you real quick. So one thing that you're doing is you're doing a lot of really close downlights. You see how like when it hits, I'm basically stacked up on them.
Right.
You can hit way further. Like look how far back I am, and I'm hitting them with these downlights.
Right.
So that's something to practice. I mean, again, it's going to have different results. Like I can't really recovery after that, but you can always go for the downlight neutral light. You know, that's always going to work out, and you can still hit it from pretty far and hit that recovery. So that's something that I want you to get in the habit of early again, because I don't want you to think that you have to hit it like all the way up here.
Right.
But he's damaged enough. Just do some downlight nairs, downlight recoveries, downlight neutral lights. Just practice different downlight follow-ups. So I want to see like a mix up on these.
And don't get right on top of him.
So if you are on top of them, you can go for the nair. I don't know how quick your reaction times are, but all right. You should be good to do side light, downlight, neutral light again. Practice. Okay. I want to see it a little bit faster. All right. The downlight neutral light was a little slow in there, but that's okay. That's something that you can practice. That'll be part of your homework. I guess I need to like write down what your homework is, but that'll be part of your homework. All right. So now I'm going to give you a tricky stuff. This might be a little too high level, but it's something to kind of prime you on. All right. So remember, you've been practicing your chase dodges, right? You're doing some stuff like that, right?
Right.
Okay. So now what I want you to do, side light, chase dodge, and then side light again the other way, downlight, neutral light. All right, so I'll show you. Let's get Bodvar in the middle here. Okay. And I'll explain why I want you to practice this. So you do that. Okay. So that's how it looks. Side light, chase dodge through, side light, downlight, neutral light. And the reason I want you to get into the habit of that, or not in the habit, but just like get that under your belt when we can get that under your belt, is because, as I said earlier, side light to downlight is not true. So if you hit side light, they can dodge out. And I'll show you that when you start doing side lights onto Bodvar. But a common reaction out of side light is to spot dodge. And that's what this beats. It's kind of like teaching you that rock, paper, scissors. It's like you've been learning to hit the scissors with the rock, and now they're going to start reacting with paper. So here's the counter.
Okay.
Okay.
Paper.
Yeah. So do a side light, or we'll just do one more side light, downlight, recovery.
Side light, downlight, recovery.
Yeah. Or sorry, side light, downlight, neutral light.
Side down, neutral.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try spot dodging it.
Hold on.
So do the whole 3-piece. Oh, I'm slow, but you did good. All right. So now let's try doing side light and then chase dodge through. I'm slow. Okay, that was a good chase dodge. Bodvar's 2 damage, so just do downlight recovery or downlight neutral light to kill. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Man.
There you go.
All right.
So again, that's going to be something you'll have to take to training mode and homework. Okay, so do
Yep.
so I just want you to do side light and then just a forward chase dodge. There you go. Okay. Now do side light, forward chase dodge, and then turn around side light.
Okay.
Yeah. Just do the you can do the so you can I'll let you do it one more time and then I'll explain. All right. Yeah. All right. That, but faster is essentially the idea. And so a thing to note about chase dodges is you can cancel them. So what I'm seeing from you is like you're just mashing it and then you're waiting for it to be over, right?
Right.
But you can cancel it and turn around. So like here's me not canceling it and I go pretty far. And then here's me and then I can immediately cancel it into a different attack. Like I can make it quick. And so that's going to be something that like you don't have to wait for it to finish before you're like, okay, now it's my turn to attack.
Right.
Okay.
I'm still catching up on what's the things I'm doing now.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still a level of like translating what exactly the inputs are for a chase dodge.
Right.
Let's get you to do a downlight recovery again. Oh, wait, I have a question. This is random.
Yes.
Are you a visual learner, an audio learner, or like you feel it and you do it kind of learner?
I believe doing it. Definitely not just audio.
Okay.
So doing it, but also I'll go and watch a video. Like last week I went back through the video and watched everything and wrote down the stuff. So, and that's what I'll be doing again this time.
Okay.
But yeah, having a list of things to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see a downlight recovery.
Whoops.
Nice. Okay. I just want to double check time because I want to let you take all this and then go up against a bot is the plan. We still have, I think we have enough time to do both. All right. So switch back to your sword. I don't want you to be too hard focused on bow. And then I just want to see you practice the various sword things. So that's downlight into side air, downlight into recovery when they're high enough damage, and then just dash neutral light. Those are the 3 things I want you to practice against Bodvar now.
All right. Downlight and then what?
So you have downlight side air.
Okay, downlight side air. All right.
That's a neutral air. Yeah, there's your side air. Whoopsies, wrong character. Unstoppable. So remember, this is ways that you can help see what you're doing wrong. If you're swinging above them, that means you're inputting late. If you're swinging below them, you're not jumping. If you're throwing out a nair, then obviously you're not doing the side input, so you're not pressing A or D.
Man.
So what are you pressing with your left hand when you're doing this side air?
Man, I don't even know. I don't even know.
All right. So again, this is why we got to go back sometimes and practice. All right. So we're gonna practice these jumping side airs again. So just press your side button, your horizontal button, your jump button, which should be spacebar, and then your light attack button, all at the same time. You're just gonna press those 3 buttons at the same time. Yeah. So you're not pressing your jump in there.
Yeah.
I am suspicious on if your keyboard is ghosting and it's only reading like 2 of the 3 inputs, but I'm pretty sure you're capable of doing this.
Yeah, I do have to do them slightly offset, so maybe I need to get a new keyboard.
You can also flam it with the spacebar being the slightly ahead of the other 2, if that makes it easier for you. All right. So now you're just going to throw the downlight right in front of that.
I think I'm just holding something down too long.
Let me think for a minute.
Too late. Yeah, I'm just too late.
Okay, maybe we'll teach you a technical thing. So, in Brawlhalla, there is a thing called buffer. That's not unique to Brawlhalla, but it is a thing that exists in the game. And it's called buffering. And basically what that is when something is happening, you can buffer an input, and it'll read that input once the other thing is done. So, the reason I bring that up here is you can buffer your jump side air during the downlight, which means that you can press it a little bit earlier than like you would visually think you can press it. So that might be what's happening here, is you're like waiting for the downlight to finish and you're not throwing out the jump side air. So just press it a little bit earlier and you should be able to buffer it during the downlight. It's not a long buffer, so don't do it like at the start of the downlight, but that might be why. There you go.
Maybe. I gotta doing something over and over in training is pretty good for me. So.
Yeah, that muscle memory is going to help you a lot. All right, you're already getting it down again.
So, yeah, that felt different. Just that I could buffer stuff. It seemed like I've done it before, and I was hitting it too early, and it wasn't registering previous attacks.
It can definitely trip you up because sometimes, you will definitely press it too early.
Okay, so maybe that's.
And then, of course, this is something that like I would want you to take into training mode, practice a lot, because obviously once you start going up against bots, it's going to feel completely different. Like the bot is not going to be going easy, and obviously the bot isn't going to stand still. But let's get you a bot. We're going to put this bot on hard. You struggled a little bit against the hard bot previously, but I think having this extra stuff on... Whoa, I just set it to a 21 stock match. Oh, God. Wait. Can we back out of this? All right. Just press escape. We're gonna make a new lobby. My bad on that one. I take full blame. And give you that room number. This will be a normal one. We're gonna give you a 1v1 map. Turn off gadgets. Okay. Did you get the room number?
No.
I sent it to the wrong person. That would be why. Okay. We're gonna give you the hard bot, and then this will be the last thing we do tonight, or today, and then I'll give you the homework.
All right.
We'll see how well you do against this Queen Nai. And I want to see you practicing all those same moves again, those various strings and combos.
Coming soon. What if you see nothing that we just went over?
It would be unfortunate, but you know, it just shows how much more you have to learn.
That's right. What was the bow combo again?
You had side light, down light, neutral light. You had down light, neutral light, and you have down light recovery. And then for sword, your knockout tool is down light recovery. And remember, you got to push into her a little bit. Ooh, a little too far. Yeah. It can be tricky. And remember, this one you don't have to jump for.
Oh, okay.
All right. You didn't get 3 stocked by the bot, and that's what's good. You know, it worked.
Yeah. All right.
You did fine. Honestly, you did fine. You're still learning. That's okay.
Yep.
Okay. So it seems like Koji's going to be the pick. We'll stick with it if we find out if we find out like, hey, you know what? I'm not liking something about Koji. He is a relatively low defense legend. One thing I would like to see from you is if you can play him in online games, level him up so that you can unlock that defense stance, because I think that'll help you a lot.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't know. I think that might be one of the late. Actually, I think that's the first thing you unlock. So you just need to play him a little bit in, free for all, experimental, strikeout if you want, and just keep practicing other legends. Just play him and level him up so you can get that defense stance, because I think that'll help. And then just we're gonna practice those combos again. So go into training mode, go into bot match. You can if you wanted to go into training mode and then turn the bot settings so that it is active and it can be an easy, medium, heavy bot, whatever you want. So it's got more movement in it. And then practice those same combos. For sword, that's downlight side air, downlight recovery. Practice your dash neutral lights. Those dash neutral lights are going to be very important. And then for your bow, that's your side light, downlight, neutral light. That's your downlight, neutral air, and your downlight recovery. Those are going to be the big three things. And if you're feeling really good on your bow, do the side light, chase dodge, side light, downlight, neutral light.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And the last thing I got to say, because stream is about to end, is that we have streams every week. We stream Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Brawlhalla.com/schedule to find the information for what time zones that stream will be on in your time zone. Go over to Brawlhalla.com/esports to find out about what's going on in the esports world. We've got Winter Championship this weekend. Starts later today in less than 12 hours. It's going to be pretty soon. So honestly, just hit that follow button. We're almost to 1 million on the Brawlhalla Twitch. It would be super cool to hit that. Who knows what might happen? The world might be the same, but who cares? It'll be cool for us. Last but not least, next week I'm going to be out, but we've got something cool in the works. I'm going to reveal it right now. Again, part of the reason we've got Remix on here is so that he can be the 2v2 partner of Surus, and so what better time than to bring Surus back. We're gonna have Remix and Surus practicing some 2v2s, and then Slosh is gonna be here, being their coach for that stream to help give them some 2v2 practice. Maybe they'll come up with a sick 2v2 combo, but we'll see what happens next week when they get into the 2v2s. But I'll be out. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Remix, any parting words before we let them go?
Next week, Surus and Slosh. How's that?
Yeah, that's great. All right. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. We'll catch y'all watching the Winter Championship. And of course, again, we have streams every week. So if you're close to getting your reward, don't worry. It'll be next week, probably. Anyways, bye-bye. Wait. Oh, I need to find someone to raid. I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I need to find someone to raid. We're not gone yet. I'm sorry. Remix. You can say more words. You can read chat or pretend that you're reading chat and remember what they said.
Core. Mako. You know, for every legend that I say it like 30 different ways. And I whittle it down to like 5 to 7, pass it over for people to pick. But sometimes I do, you know, pretty ridiculous ones just for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys never hear those. But like I remember for Magyar, I was doing Magyar, stuff like that. So
I definitely
all my hard drives, there's weird versions of each one of them.
I definitely know that sometimes in like I'm definitely not recording at the same caliber as you are, but I've definitely, when I had to record little things, I was like, all right, well, let me just give me something funny for myself so that I can get in the like right headspace, or get it out of me so that I can do the proper ones. But we're gonna raid Brawl League TV. I believe they've got a new person on their stream today, so give them a lot of love. Make sure that they feel appreciated. Shout outs to Brawl League. Of course, they always do some fantastic stuff out there, fantastic coaching and things like that. So say hi to Brawl League TV, and we'll catch y'all on the next stream. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Wait, hold on. Wait, not. Bye YouTube.